friends, it's Teresa and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about, I think, like 6 Christmas books? Holiday books. I think it's holiday books, I should say. 7 books either revolving around the holidays or revolving around Christmas. And I do have plans to at least get to some of these books before the end of the year, because some of them I've had on my list for a very long time, and some of them I just heard about, so I'm very excited. So let's just kind of jump into it, and I can gush about the books that I want to read this Christmas season that'll make me feel all the joy I'm not feeling because the sun is gone. Shit, I know Persephone's visiting Hades, but it's a very rough time right now. So the first book that's on this list is one that I've had on my TBR since 2019. It is now 2024. And that is The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand. This is a YA novel, and it's basically a retelling of A Christmas Carol, where Holly is visited by 3 ghosts who show her how selfish and spoiled she's become. Everyone and their mama seems to have really loved this book. And I love any reiterations of Christmas Carol, even though I've never read The Christmas Carol. I love The Christmas Carol. It's like a more modern setting. I heard it's supposed to be really good. I have booktubers and other friends who read it once a year every Christmas time. So it's high time Therese gets to that backlog she says she's trying to get to. But I'm hoping and live up to expectations. I'm also hoping this book might be on Kindle Unlimited, so I don't have to buy a book that I might maybe hate, because I'm trying to avoid that. But I'm really excited for this one. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I mean, like I said, it sounds like it's just a very classic Christmas kind of vibe. You got the 3 ghosts of present, past, and future telling a person, yeah, you're really spoiled and that needs to change. And I love all those things. Like, I think I love the Mickey Mouse one. I love the Looney Tunes one. I haven't seen the new one because that one kind of creeps me out, but I love the other iterations of it. So the next one is The Mistletoe Motive by Chloe Leese. I think this is a YA. This is adult. Please ignore me. There's an adult novel, basically kind of like You've Got Mail almost, I want to say, if I'm remembering that rom-com properly. It's been a while since I've seen it. I saw it with my mom when I was like yay high. But this follows Jonathan Frost and Gabrielle DiNatale. They work at a very beloved bookstore, but they are very much rivals in that bookstore. And this bookstore is on the heels of closing, I believe. And the owner actually announces that whoever can sell the most books or spread the most Christmas cheer gets to stay on as an employee, and the other one has to find a new job. So they start, you know, the competition and all that. It gets crazy, I'm sure. And then during this time, I think they start sharing emails to one another without realizing that the other person is on that side, is on the other side. So I'm very intrigued by this. I did remember really enjoying You've Got Mail when I watched it so many years ago, and it just sounds so cute and rom-commy. And I'm very excited for all the rom-comminess in this winter time. The next one is another adult romance, and that is 'Tis the Season for Revenge. And that is 'Tis the Season for Revenge by Morgan Elizabeth. This is following Abby Keller, who's been dating this dude for forever. Like forever, like to the point where she's like posting the pictures of like the rings that she wants and sending it to him and all that stuff. That is until he breaks things off with her during Halloween, because he wants to focus on being like the partner of a law firm, and she's not serious enough. Very much Elle Woods, Legally Blonde. So what she does is she starts dating the founding partner of her ex's law firm, with the caveat that he eventually takes her to the Christmas party. It sounds fun. It kind of, I don't know if they're supposed to be like, if he doesn't know that this is what she wants and she's trying to trick him, kind of like How to Lose a Guy in 7 Days kind of vibe. But I'm all here for the like Elle Woods, I'm gonna get revenge on a guy by bettering myself kind of thing. I don't know if that's gonna happen in this book, but it's the vibes I'm getting, and hopefully the vibes do not sway me incorrectly. But this sounds like a lot of fun. It looks like it's a spin-off like series following it, which I always love, because I do love following authors while they're writing like Christmas books. It's like a nice little, like a little chef's kiss, a little nice expectation for me to have. Now this book I'm actually really excited for because I read their debut novel. This author wrote The Charm Offensive as a debut novel. I love this book. This was, I think, top 10 in 2023 for me, I believe, or 2022. I want to say 23 because I read this during my trip to see Taylor Swift in Denver. Waiting in those airports, I read this book like nothing. That is Kiss Her Once for me. This is another adult romance novel about a girl who fakes an engagement with her landlord only to fall for his sister. So it's queer. It's a queer Christmas romance with fake dating that involves her falling in love with someone else. I don't even need to read all of it. But I don't think I need to read any more of the description because that kind of sold me, but I will for the sake of everyone else needing to know what the books are about before they can buy them. 1 year ago, recent Portland transplant Ellie Oliver had her dream job in animation and a Christmas Eve meet cute with a woman at a bookstore that led her to fall in love in the course of a single night. But after a betrayal the next morning and the loss of her job soon after, she finds herself adrift, alone and desperate for money. Finding work at a local coffee shop, she's just getting through the days until Andrew, the shop's landlord, proposes a shocking drunken plan, a marriage of convenience, that will give him his recent inheritance and alleviate Ellie's financial worries and isolation. They plan to spend the holidays together at his family cabin to keep up the ruse, but when Andrew introduces his new fiancée to his sister, Ellie is shocked to discover it's Jack, the mysterious woman she fell for over the course of one magical Christmas Eve the year before. Actually, this sounds really nice. I think I'm gonna buy the physical book. I'm gonna find the physical book and then I'm gonna buy it. I don't even need to read it. It's an automatic 5 for me. This sounds lovely. I sound like I'm gonna cry. It's perfect. The next one is The Holiday Switch by Tiff Marcello. If you guys don't know, this Tiff Marcello is the one who wrote Once Upon a Sunset, which is somewhere in this general direction here. And I really enjoyed that book. I think I gave it a 3 or a 4 out of 5 stars despite my enjoyment of it. So when I saw that Tiff Marcello wrote a Christmas novel, how very Filipino of her, I decided to be Filipino and want to pick it up. This is a young adult romance following Lila Santos as on her last winter break of high school. She's earning extra cash working for the local inn, the Holiday by the Lake, while moonlighting as an anonymous book blogger. But her perfect holiday plans crash to a halt when her boss's frustratingly cute nephew, Teddy Rivera, becomes her coworker. Lila is type A, Teddy is type anything but Lila's way. And the two of them can't stop butting heads over tangled icicle lights and messy gift shop merch. But when they accidentally switch phones one afternoon, they realize they've both been hiding things from each other. Will their secrets and unexpected snowstorm bring this rivalry together? It sounds super cute and super lighthearted. It's just like a nice rom-com, and I love me. Don't let my father hear this. If my father hears this, I'll never hear the end of it. Truly. Truly. My fiance is laughing in the other room because he knows. He knows. But I love me a good Hallmark Christmas movie. And this sounds like a good Hallmark young adult Christmas movie. But if my father finds out, I know one of y'all talked. And we will be having a discussion in my next video. The next one is from another favorite author of mine because they're all just coming out with Christmas romances. And that is Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. I don't think this is connected to her other series, the spin-off series that I'm like one book away from being caught up in. I think this is whatever. Bright Falls, yeah. But this is an adult. It's an adult queer Christmas rom-com following two exes stuck at the same house for Christmas and the holidays. It's been 5 years since Charlotte Donovan was ditched at the altar by her ex-fiance, and she's doing more than okay. Sure, her single mother never checks in, but she has her strings ensemble, the Rosalind Quartet, and her life in New York is a dream come true. As the holidays draw near, her ensemble mate Sloane persuades Charlotte and the rest of the quartet to spend Christmas with her family in Colorado. It is much cozier and quieter than Manhattan, and it would guarantee more practice time for the quartet's upcoming tour. But when Charlotte arrives, she discovers that Sloane's sister, Adele, has brought a friend home and that friend is none other than her ex. Y'all know me, I love me a good second chance romance, and Ashley Herring Blake has written consistent fives from all the books I have read from her middle grade novel to her adult romances. This woman can do no wrong. So, when Miss Herring Blake announced that she was writing a Christmas rom-com, I was tempted to preemptively give it the 5 it was gonna get. But I held myself back because I need to read this glorious book before I can make the glorious correct assumption that it's gonna be a 5. But I'm very excited for this book, much like I am the other books on this list. But like I said, Ashley Herring Blake just has a way with the romances that I just love, and I just love her characters. It's just gonna be good, and then maybe I can get my sister to read this, because anytime there are violins involved or a string quartet involved, I'm always like, you should read this, because she plays violin. She probably will never read it, but the hope is there. And the last book on this list, at least like tentative last books, again, Kindle, I am caving and getting a Kindle Unlimited subscription finally. And I know, just from my preemptive scrolling last night, instead of actually getting the subscription, I just scrolled through some of the things on there. There are holiday novels in there. So this list may grow. This is just a temporary list. My December wrap-up could all just be literally Christmas books or holiday books, and I will be okay with that. But the last book on this list is a Holly Jolly Diwali by Sonia Lally. This is an adult romance novel following Nikki Randhawa, who has always made practical decisions. Despite her love for music and art, she became an analyst for stability. It's always the and then another and after that. Trips me up every time. She is always stuck close to home in case her family needs her. She's always dated guys that looks good on paper rather than the ones who give her butterflies. But when she's laid off, Nikki realizes that practical hasn't paid off for her really. So for the first time ever, she throws caution to the wind and books a last-minute flight for her friend Dia's wedding. Nikki arrives in time to celebrate Diwali, the Festival of Lights, where she meets London musician Samir Mukherjee. Maybe it's the splendor of Mumbai or the magic of the holiday season, but Nikki is instantly drawn to Sam. At the wedding, the champagne flows and their banter becomes clear that the attraction is mutual. And when Nikki and Sam join Dia, their connection, and Dia and her husband on their friends on a group honeymoon, their connection grows deeper. When she gets a new job offer back home, Nikki must decide what she wants to do with the next chapter of her life. Obviously follow what she's always done in the past. That's fine, I don't need it. Follow what she's always done in the past, or follow what her heart wants for once. This sounds really cute. It sounds kind of long, but I am a-okay with that. I'll breeze through any holiday cheer life can give me right now. But this sounds really fun. I'm really intrigued by it. I like that we're getting more non-Christmas holiday novels out there. So I'm really intrigued and interested to see where this is going to go. And in that case, what other books this author has also written. But that is it for the holiday books that I want to read this year. This next month. Let's face it, I'll be reading holiday books well into January. I'm Filipino. Christmas doesn't end until the Three Kings. So, but if you are interested in this and want me to give any specific recommendations out, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you have any books to tell me that are holiday inspired that you think I would enjoy, let me know down below as well. But until then, I hope you guys stay safe, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye!